Hello, and welcome back to Client Stories with DNAngels. My name is Heidi, and today I'm excited to share Lisa's story, a testament to the life-changing importance of knowing your medical history. With this knowledge, Lisa now has information that could potentially save her life. Beyond that, her biological mom's journey was fascinating and full of unexpected turns, which made uncovering her story even more rewarding. Lisa was born in 1968 and placed with her adoptive parents soon after. Her adoptive family was incredible, giving her an amazing life filled with love and support. Here's a funny story about the day her parents got the call. It was Lisa's older brother's second birthday party, and in the middle of the celebration, the phone rang. On the other end was the adoption agency with the news. "We have a baby girl ready for you. Are you interested?" Without hesitation, Lisa's mom exclaimed, "Yes, we are on our way." The agency worker added, "You might want to come take a look first." It was a rough childbirth. But Lisa's adoptive parents were undeterred, declaring, "We don't care. We're coming." Lisa always says that she knew that she was adopted. It was never kept a secret, and in fact stated that her adoption always made her feel special and overshared with everyone who would listen. Years later, Lisa's curiosity about her biological roots led her on a journey of discovery. It all began when her daughter gifted her an AncestryDNA test. Lisa's motivation to find biological family was heartfelt. She wanted to thank her biological mother for the gift of life and reassure her that the decision to place her for adoption had given her a wonderful life. Lisa was also curious about her physical traits, as she often felt like a giant in her adoptive family, towering over her parents and her brother, who also was adopted. Even her 3 sons took after their father, leaving her wondering where her own traits came from. Lisa's DNA test initially yielded no close matches, only a third cousin and beyond. That's when she heard about DNAngels and decided to reach out. I worked on her case alongside a colleague, and together we dove into the clues that she had. Her biological mother was a student at UC Berkeley, and her father a professor. Through careful research and a deep dive into her DNA, we identified her maternal grandparents and their daughter, Martha, a fictitious name, who matched the description of Lisa's birth mother. Martha's life was fascinating. While studying at UC Berkeley, she volunteered at a children's theater where she met a puppeteer. They eventually married and embarked on a successful creative venture, with the puppeteer later working alongside the likes of Jim Henson. However, their marriage ended when he was drafted into the Vietnam War, and Martha continued her studies, graduating with a degree in architecture. Martha became pregnant with Lisa during this time. The husband was away, keeping it a secret from everyone except her parents. Remarkably, she was the matron of honor at her sister's wedding just 8 days before giving birth, and no one at the wedding suspected a thing, which really surprised Lisa, as she was a large baby. Those are her words, not mine. Martha's later years were equally inspiring. She married again and had another daughter, Brenda, at the age of 40. Sadly, at 48, Martha was diagnosed with breast cancer. Despite undergoing a double mastectomy and chemotherapy, the cancer returned 15 years later, ultimately taking her life. This crucial information has given Lisa the knowledge she needs to take preventative measures for her own health. In retirement, Martha focused on marathon running and genealogy, even building an extensive family tree online, laying the foundation for Lisa to hopefully one day find her. Could you imagine retiring to train for marathons? Lisa finally knows where she gets those long legs from, though. With her maternal family identified, Lisa decided to contact her half-sister Brenda via email. She was extremely nervous about contacting her, but this is where I put on my cheerleader suit and get out my pom-poms. Solving the case is only half the battle. Supporting and cheering on the client is just as important. So she crafted an email and hit send. Only a couple hours later, she got a response. Lisa just happened to be at work and read the email out loud to her whole team. Not a dry eye was in the room. Brenda's response was extraordinary and personally gave me the chills. This was Brenda's response to her email. Hi, Lisa. First off, I hope this isn't a scam. I've been hoping to get this email for years. My mom told me she placed a baby girl for adoption in her early 20s. She believed the baby was going to a wonderful older couple who could give her a better life than she could at the time. I assume this is you, and if so, I am so glad she was right. Also, I don't believe in coincidences. So you should know today is the anniversary of her death. I am open to communicating further if you are. Chills, right? The timing of their connection felt almost serendipitous. As for Lisa's biological father, we identified him based on DNA and the details Brenda shared. Martha had revealed he had misrepresented himself and was married, controlling, and had even once shown up at her workplace with a gun after their breakup. Given this information, Lisa chose not to reach out to him, a decision that we fully support. One touching note, at Lisa's maternal grandmother's funeral, the eulogy mentioned 6 grandchildren, even though the family had only been aware of 5 at the time, leaving relatives confused. It turns out Martha chose to share of Lisa's existence at that time with the rest of the family, even though Martha had no idea where Lisa was at that time in her life. Last November, Lisa and Brenda met in person, and their connection was nothing short of magical. The photo she sent to me of their beaming smiles says it all. They truly are sisters now. However, Brenda is sad that she didn't get the opportunity to share her mother with her. She was such a remarkable mother and friend, is what Brenda shared. Lisa also recently received a call. She answers the phone and on the other line she hears, "Hey Lisa, this is Uncle Tim." She had to think hard because she thought, I don't have an Uncle Tim. Then the light bulb went off. Martha's brother was calling her. Not only her uncle, but she has been embraced by the whole entire family. With her adoptive parents no longer living, these newfound connections mean the world to her. If you'd like to honor Martha's courage for the most selfless act a mother could do by placing a baby for adoption for the betterment of the baby, and also her fight against breast cancer, please leave a pink heart or ribbon in the comments. I want to also mention before I forget that when I decided to share the story, I reached out in Lisa's client room and asked her for permission and asked her if they had any new updates. The last update I had was when she had sent the picture of her and her sister just smiling. It was an amazing picture. And Lisa said, I think I might be interested in sharing my story. So if you don't know, we have a talk show called Lost and Found, No More Secrets. I happen to be the co-host or the host, and we always have a co-host on the show. And Lisa has signed up to be a guest for season 3, which I believe we're going to start taping here next week, and it will be airing in February, sometime next month. So if you want to hear more about Lisa's story, put a face with the story, make sure to reach out and look for her videos next month. Thank you. See you next time.